what is up? It's Berlin. Happy Wednesday. Hi, how are you doing? Yes, I'm back, kind of barefaced. Well, I've got a bit of my base on, so I'm not completely barefaced, but I'm back with another drama video for you. There are a few little things going on YouTube. We've got Trisha Paytas, Blaire White. Also, there is more Travis Scott Astroworld stuff to get into. So this is going to be a bit of a mixed video, keeping up with the drama, so let's get into it. I am, of course, doing a makeup look at the moment, so I've put a little bit of my base down, used a little bit of the, used a little bit of the Shapeshifter palette from Be Perfect. I have used my normal Maybelline foundation and this Woma Beauty concealer. What shade is this? I'm the shade Fair Lady in this one. But I actually do really like this concealer at the moment, so I'm just kind of going through makeup that I've already got here, using up stuff, and I'm actually really getting through this blush from Made by Mitchell. This one, the shade Sweet Cheeks. I bought this and the shade Mango Daiquiri first from him, and honestly, for me, his blush is like an amazing product because it's one of those things that's multi-use. So I am going to be doing a look that's kind of in keeping with Trans Awareness Week, because of course it's Trans Awareness Week, and you know, I'm a non-binary person, so I stand with all my trans brothers and sisters, you know. So this is going to be a look with a little bit of a difference for me, and I'm excited to see if it turns out like the vision that I've got in my head. So let's grab our little blush brush and start tapping that in while we get into the drama. So the first thing that I was going to talk about in this video today was Blaire White. Blaire White uploaded a video yesterday which she was talking about woke people on TikTok. Now, Blaire often does these kind of videos where she's giving her opinion on people using pronouns such as ze, ze, all of this. Blaire White frequently does these kind of videos where she goes through TikTok, because she's banned on TikTok for sharing her opinions, which I think is wrong, but she goes through these TikToks, puts them in her video, and she basically sort of humiliates people for being who they are, choosing to use the pronouns that they want to use, you know. Now, I know some people can take being woke a little bit too far, but what I found with this video from Blaire, it was a collaboration between Blaire and Michael Malice, who's an anarchist. And what I found about this video with Blaire White was that in the very beginning of the video, before they'd even got onto the things like pronouns, Blaire and Michael were both like really ripping into people in these TikToks just for their appearance. And I was like, hang on a minute. This is just kind of like bullying. It's not really funny. You know, I was like, to me, it seems like Blaire's run out of content. So she's found another controversial person in Michael Malice. She's found another controversial person to team up with and just sort of humiliate people who are different than her. So to do this look, I'm going to be using a lot of liquid lipsticks. So I've got some Jeffree Star ones here. That's a Jeffree Star Shane Dawson one, the pink Oh My God shade. I've got Jawbreaker and Breakfast at Tiffany's for the blue. For a pink, I chose Queen Supreme, and then I've also got a white one here from Be Perfect, which is their Supreme Velvet lipsticks. So that's just the white one, and it's called Snow. So I've got those, and then I've got some powder blush and stuff to get into. So let's grab some little brushes and we can start getting this on our face. Yeah, so I watched Blaire White's video, and much of it struck me as petty, kind of schoolgirlish behaviour. Oh look, let's make fun of these people, you know, because they're different to us, they're choosing to use different pronouns, you know. And while I do understand, you know, the LGBT plus community, while I do understand people from our community saying things like, oh, but hang on a minute, this person is, you know, sexually attracted to animals or minors. Like, while I understand that those things could pose a problem and a threat to our community, you know, with criminal behaviour and all of that, while I do understand that, I do think that Blaire's video was kind of childish, really, if I'm honest. You know, what does it bother Blaire White or Michael Malice if somebody wants to identify as Z, whatever, you know, neo pronouns? What does it actually bother them? Is it hurting them? No. So why did they feel the need to grab a bunch of TikToks from people and make fun of it like that? I don't understand it myself. So I'm just taking a small paintbrush, actually this is, and some liquid lipstick, tiny amount on the tip, and I'm just going to start sporadically dotting it, like in my eye area, just like this, little dots, tiny dots. And then I'm going to take another colour and do the same kind of thing. But the next thing I wanted to talk about in this video was Trisha Paytas. Oh my god. You guys know that Trisha Paytas, if you've watched my videos, you know that Trisha has been up to the old trolling tricks recently. Trisha's been trolling, saying that they're vegan, and then yesterday they uploaded a video, oh, my apology to the vegan community. Now, why did Trish need to apologise to the vegan community? Well, because Trish ate a Snickers, like a tiny little mini Halloween Snickers, and then obviously felt that they needed to apologise to the vegan community, saying things like, oh, have I fallen off? Am I not vegan now that I've eaten a Snickers? So really it was just like, well, okay, Trish, we knew this was another one of your fads, you know. We knew this was another Trisha Paytas special, basically, where they say one thing for like 2-3 weeks, then they get bored of it, then they go and troll another community, like they've trolled the trans community, like they've trolled the DID community, like they've said they've got schizophrenia, and then, oh no, they were never diagnosed with schizophrenia. All of this stuff that Trisha Paytas does and never actually apologises for. You know, all of the communities that they hurt and never apologise for. All of these things that they've been caught out doing throughout the years. You know, Trisha never apologises. Never. So it's kind of funny to me now that all of a sudden, oh, you know, because they've made a slip up with this vegan thing, oh, I must apologise to the vegan community. Well, where were all the apologies for all the other communities that you offended before now then? So for me, I'm not finding this apology very genuine. Then Trisha did upload another video talking about how their boob implants are making them sick. And that to me is quite a serious thing, because, you know, that can really affect a person. That can really make somebody sick. So, you know, I wish Trish the best with that. But as for the trolling and the I'm sorry to this community, when you've offended so many other minorities and so many other communities, we don't buy it, you know. So it's like, you know, you're going to want people to have sympathy for you because your breast implants are infected or whatever, but then like you're trolling all the time, you're offending people, you're really hurting people, having relationships with people, friendships, and then just, you know, blowing those up. So I'm like, girl, Trish, you know, this is too much. You need to stop. You know, stop with all of the, oh, I'm vegan, stop with all of the trolling, all of that. Just stop, girl. Like, you know, we knew you weren't vegan, really, you know. Oh, come on. If anyone believed that, I feel sorry for them. You know, genuinely. And yeah, you know, when somebody converts to, like, being vegan or something, if they're really doing it, then yeah, they're going to make mistakes. But in Trisha's case, I'm just like, girl, this is another one of your phases. You know, we been new. This is another one of your phases. Quit. Now for the really big news. We've got Travis Scott, Drake, and Live Nation, who organised the Astroworld Festival, having to answer to a $750 million lawsuit. Now, I expected something of this nature to happen. I didn't quite expect that it was going to be $750 million, but when you look at it, the loss of lives, the injuries caused to people, when you look at the magnitude of what happened at Astroworld, I'm like, well, you know, I suppose we kind of could see this coming, really, but I was quite gobsmacked at that amount. But then I'm like, well, am I really? Because of the loss of 10 lives. You know, how do you say how much money somebody's life is worth? It's a really hard thing, right? You know, and no amount of money anyway is going to bring any of those people back to their loved ones, back to their families. So I'm really not shocked to hear that this lawsuit is happening. Really not shocked at all. I'm like, wow, I guess it was, you know, it was going to happen. It was bound to happen. But I wonder now if this news will affect Drake's sales or Travis Scott's sales. You know, I wonder if Travis Scott will ever be able to perform live again, like after this, because when you think about it, like a $750 million lawsuit, how's he going to pay that? Like, well, I suppose we know how he's going to pay it, because probably, oh, the good old Kardashians and the Jenners will bail him out from it. But, you know, I don't know if Kylie's got that much in a cosmetics brand, to be honest with you. You know, I really don't know, but like, dude, you know, this is really serious. As it should be. You know, when you're talking about lost lives, it should be serious. I just find it, you know, shocking that this even happened in the first place. Like with the security, you know, the fact that none of the security were trained or qualified, that alone was shocking. For an event of that size, which was holding 50,000 people, and then Travis Scott on top of that saying, oh, we'll sneak the wild ones in, all of that stuff. I'm like, fuck, you know. Well, now he's paying the price for it. But not only him, you know, I don't understand, just because Drake was performing, I don't understand why people are going after him too. I didn't really see any footage, if I'm, you know, just brutally honest with you. I really didn't see any footage of Drake hyping anyone up or doing anything that he shouldn't be doing. I don't know, you know, I don't know how much Drake has to do with the festival, if he's involved in organising it too, you know, none of that. I don't know any of that. So I'm just like, how did Drake get dragged into all of this as well? It's insane. It is absolutely insane. But, you know, recently, unfortunately, it's come out that one of the people who lost their lives was a 9-year-old boy who was in intensive care, basically fighting for his life after the festival. And it's so sad that that little boy has now lost his life. I mean, I don't understand why a 9-year-old goes to a concert anyway, because, you know, I can remember things like when my brother was like, what, 13, and I took him along to Ozfest. Now, at the time, he was really into bands like Slipknot and stuff like that, so it was all in the mosh pits and everything. I took him along to this festival with me. It was just for one day that I went and took him. And he loved it. But, like, by the time Black Sabbath came on at the end of the night, you know, he was ready to quit. He was ready to go home, you know. And that was him at 13. So I do kind of think, hang on a minute, why do you take a 9-year-old to a festival? Of course, what happened should never have happened. But from a safety point of view, a Travis Scott concert, is it really a safe place for a 9-year-old? Okay, so that is going to be the start of this look. You can see I've gone for like a dotty effect using the liquid lipsticks for my eyes. I am going to go complete my look, and I'll be back with another video for you later. But for now, I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. Let me know your thoughts on everything in this video, from Blaire White and Michael Malice to Trisha Paytas to what's going on with Travis Scott, Live Nation, Apple and Astroworld, all of that stuff. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.